Hey everybody, Shane here, Shoebox Legends. Thanks for joining me for a quick video today. Don't have a ton of time, but it's been a few days since I put any content out there and I want to stay connected with all of you. Was trying to look around here and decide what I wanted to do for a video today. And I noticed that in my stack of pickups that I haven't shown off yet, there's a few cards here that were really inspired by other YouTubers or remind me of other YouTubers. So probably going to call this episode like Your Fault or something like that. And we're just going to get through these pickups here. There's not a lot here. It'll probably only take me maybe 5 or 10 minutes to get through these. We're going to start with one soccer card. And this is one that I saw recently on the great channel Peeps here on YouTube. And I'll leave links below to any channel that I mention here if I remember to do it. But Peeps is a great hobby buddy of mine. Only YouTuber that I've been fortunate enough so far to meet in person. And another thing I love about Peeps, he's a big soccer fan just like I am. So we're always texting back and forth about the global game. And this is a card that he made me aware of. I saw this in a video on his channel, this Jude Bellingham done in the style of 1959 Topps baseball. There's a vintage soccer set from the early 60s, late 50s, early 60s, done over in England on this design as well, which I'll talk more about in a future video. But for today, just fell in love with this Jude Bellingham when Peep showed it off. He's one of the premier players on the pitch here in the 21st century. Young guy, really at the outset of his career. And unlike some of the other young players that I collect, mainly Mbappe and Erling Haaland, I don't have a lot of Jude Bellingham in the collection. So Peeps has kind of been wearing off on me. He showed off this card, which is the yellow parallel. And that works great because it's a team color match for the Borussia Dortmund kit. And it's also a color that was used on 1959 Topps baseball. You know, the Clemente, the Hank Aaron, and others are done on yellow. So I think it really works. And these are numbered out of 125. So as it happens, when Peep showed this off on his channel, pressed the pause button, immediately went to YouTube, to eBay, one tab over. And wouldn't you know it, there was a copy of this up at auction that was ending in like 24 hours after I saw the video. And was able to score that for like $11, which I think, you know, relative to his talent level is a pretty strong buy on the soccer front, and happy to have that one. Next up, I got a small handful of buybacks here, and these remind me of my buddy Eric over at Those Back Pages. He's been picking up a few of these, I know, recently, particularly of non-sports figures, and I have some of these as well. Recently had my Sport Lots box shipped to me, which had cards in it that were, you know, in some cases over a year old. And so I actually bought these a while back, but there's something that I've been talking about with Eric recently. They are the Allen and Ginter 10th anniversary buyback. So they did these in 2015, Allen and Ginter. They bought back versions of Allen and Ginter cards from the first 10 years of the brand, 2006 and onward, stamped them with a 10th anniversary issue foil stamp, you can see along the left edge here, and then reissued them in packs of 2015 Allen and Ginter. So I have a few non-sport figures here that were included in my recent Sport Lot box, and I figured I would show these off for Eric. So we have Chancellor Otto von Bismarck from Germany or Prussia. Great card there. Just love these non-sports figures in Allen and Ginter. How about this one? Sacagawea. Love that. Great image there. Love the buyback. This is a 2010 Allen and Ginter originally, whereas the Otto von Bismarck was a 2006 originally. So again, they did these from all different years. So you get a look at a couple different Allen and Ginter designs. Here's the back in case you want to read into Sacagawea's exploits with Lewis and Clark and others. Next up, I have a painter here about Claude Monet. Great French painter. Love that image. Epic beard game. I mean, that is a super strong beard game right there. This one you can tell is from 2008 Allen and Ginter originally. Nicely labeled right on the front. And that's one of my favorite Allen and Ginter sets. It was like probably the most plain, basic card design of maybe any A&G release, but really dug those 2008s. And that's right at the time when I was kind of just getting back into the hobby as an adult. So I opened a lot of packs of 2008 A&G back in the day. And then the fourth and final buyback, I found this one for under $1, which is pretty great. How about Civil War hero Robert E. Lee. Pictured here in, I think, his Union Army getup is my guess. But yeah, these are just great, and they're a fun way to collect some of these non-sport figures. A lot of these people have cards from like the 1800s and things like that that actually Eric collects, as well as my buddy Dan over at Old Sarge collects, and a few others. But yeah, on a cheap budget for like $1 or less, I love that you can get something that looks like it's from the 1800s. And then when you combine the scarcity, albeit artificial scarcity, of the buyback stamp, it's just right up my alley. So that's a very satisfying dollar card right there. And we'll put Robert E. Lee right up next to Claude Monet. So gotta love Allen and Ginter, where you can have a Civil War general and a famous painter side by side in your collection. So with apologies to Jude Bellingham, I'm gonna block him out. And then to conclude the video, we're gonna get to, you've obviously seen in the background here as I've been gabbing away, some San Diego Chicken cards. The nice optic hollow shine. This one here is the 84 Donruss card from the base set. And then this great chicken kissing Smokey Bear card that I was gifted from my pal Dan over at Old Sarge Collects. And he inspired me by showing me this card and then later sending it to me to kind of revive my San Diego Chicken collection to an extent. Obviously not a large part of my PC, but just something fun that I get into. And so a few videos back, I showed this card. This is from 2020 Donruss Baseball. And I think it's a short print card towards the end of the checklist that was a little bit of a tough pull, featuring the San Diego Chicken. And I actually got quite a few comments on this when I showed this the last time around. It's just a really great design, bright foil. I love the logo-like nameplate there. It looks like a fried chicken restaurant sign, the way this one's done up. So just a really cool card there. However, I kind of hinted at this at the time. This was only the first in a run of 3 consecutive years where Panini gave us a San Diego Chicken short print in Donruss Baseball. And you better believe I got the other two years as well. So from following the 2020, here's the 2021. You also have that kind of like KFC bucket motif going on along the bottom of the card. The same kind of logo here for the San Diego Chicken, and that's going to be consistent across all 3 cards, as we'll see. But this one kind of has like a bright, sunshiny sky element going on in the background as the chicken pops up out of the chicken bucket. One change they made in 2020, the first one of these they did, the card was on the base checklist, albeit a short print, so you can see card number 261 there. With 2021, the following year, this is still a short printed card. Oh, actually, yeah, and it's still card number 263, so I take that back. Still on the regular checklist, but a short printed card. And I just love these. Like, these are not expensive. With a little bit of patience, you can find these for under $10, which I think is just a fun buy. These are not investments. I'm not looking to strike it rich by cashing in my San Diego Chicken collection at any point down the line, but they're just fun cards that I enjoy, and I think that's at least partially what this hobby should be about. And here is the third and final from 2022, last year's Donruss set, the San Diego Chicken. And this one I referred to is what I was going to refer to earlier. Still a short printed card, same as the first 2, but no longer included in the base set checklist. This is just a 1-card insert set, short print. There's really nothing else here. I don't think there are different versions of this or anything. It just is what it is. And of course, he is popping out of the egg here instead of the KFC bucket, solving once and for all the long-term philosophical question, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Obviously, based on this card, it was the egg. I can say that with 100% certainty. So I know a couple of my buddies, Adam at Vintage Sanctuary and Doug over at Decon's Cardboard, they have an ongoing chicken/egg debate. So I feel like this card probably puts that to rest, but if you disagree, gents, definitely let me know in the comments below. And we're going to wrap it here. We're going to keep it under 10 minutes. I can't believe it. But I just wanted to show kind of some random cards that have come in that were directly inspired or a result of my relationships with a lot of my great friends here in this community, on this platform. Hope you enjoyed a little bit of what we looked at today. At the very least, this great trio of San Diego Chicken cards. And as you know, I'll be back soon with some more content. Till then, enjoy the hobby, everybody. Take care.